Hey guys, hope you had a great weekend. This is Taylor from thetradinganalyst.com. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500 and I'm going to give you kind of a barometer of what's going on, what to expect, and how you can profit from what we're seeing here in the market and exactly what to look for. So, first and foremost, I have done a study of every single market bottom since the year 2000. For the last 20 years almost, I've looked at every single market bottom, and every single market bottom, including just these most recent ones right here in June. I'll even back it up to right here. I'll move my face out of the way. You can see every single market bottom has come with at least two closes over the previous day's high. Okay, you can see this bottom here at the end of January, saw that this day closed over the previous day's high, so did this one right here. And I also want to point one thing out, okay? The NASDAQ is not what we're looking at here. So the NASDAQ has had, like here for example, when the market failed to bounce, the NASDAQ did have two closes over the previous day's high, but the S&P 500 did not. So I'm only talking about the S&P 500 because if you want to do a study on the NASDAQ, that's totally fine, but the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 trade together. So we need two closes at least in a row in order to see a real bottom in the market. We got that here at this bottom. We got that here at this bottom. You can see right here we failed to do that, and I'll just kind of zoom in here, move my face down. Okay, so you can see here at this failed bottom right here in May, yes, we ended up bottoming after, but this failed bottom right here only saw one close over the previous day's high, okay, right here. And then we just came up and filled this gap right there. There was a gap to fill. We came up and we filled that gap. And then the next day we traded sideways, and then we headed lower after that. Similarly, here to the more recent action, here's a gap right there. There was a big gap from here to here. Boom. We came up, we filled this gap with a close over the previous day's high right here, and this is the only day. This day tried to close over the previous day's high, but couldn't quite do it. Okay? It didn't do it. It looks like it might have done it, but it did not do it. Okay, so we only have one close over the previous day's high in a row. Okay, and then the next day we traded inside. So it's looking very similar to this action over here, where we came up here and you can see a couple of candles bunched together, and then boom, we traded higher, and then inside day. Same thing over here. A couple of sideways days, and then boom, we traded higher. And then boom, an inside day right here. Okay? Very similar action between this May failed bottom and what we're seeing on this recent action. The other thing that I want to point out is right here. Okay? You can see this was a bullish break over resistance. Okay? Here's that resistance, resistance, resistance. Okay? Three major hits. Okay? We broke over it right here, and then boom, we broke under it. And look at where we came into at the end of last week, okay? Right here at that resistance, right there, okay? Also, what I want to point out, and I'll kind of zoom in again, is that we have this 21-day moving average, okay? You can see that it's a very good barometer for trends, okay? You can see, just look at the last year. All right, we traded under this moving average, under it. We finally broke over it right here, and that was the beginning of the trend. We rode it, broke under it a little bit, broke over it, and you can see a real down move occurred when we actually broke under it right there. Same thing over here. We broke over that 21-day moving average, nice trend over it, and then we broke under it right here, and you can see a real down move. So the other thing I want to point out is that this action right here, that failed bounce in May, came right into that 21-day moving average, similarly to how we're doing right here, okay, just below that 21-day moving average. All right, so we've got a few reasons here to be cautious. All right, now this isn't to say that the market can't head higher. Okay, it's not to say that. It's just that it hasn't done, in my opinion, from my research and my data that I've collected from 20 years in the market, it hasn't done what it needs to do to actually get a significant bounce. Okay. Now you can see that this doesn't mean that we're going to head lower from here. Okay. Again, so let me just kind of reiterate. It can head higher from here. It can. Okay. But right now it hasn't done what it needs to do in order to do that. Okay. So what we need closes over the previous day's high in order to send this market higher. Okay. And we haven't done that yet. All right. We haven't done that yet. You can see that this bottom right here, boom, closed over the previous 4 days highs in that one day, and then boom, closed over the previous day's high. So we got 1, 2 in a row closing over the previous day's high, and you can see, boom, it blasted off. All right, you can see right here, we only got one close over the previous day's high, and you can see it did not bounce. All right, so for example, in May, it could have just as easily done this, traded sideways, and then gotten another 2 or 3 days in a row closing over the previous day's high, and then we could have headed higher. Okay, that could have happened easily. So again, don't mistake what I'm saying as that the market is heading lower. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it needs to do more things in order to get me back to being majorly bullish. Okay, and if you're watching this video for the first time, you know, a lot of people throw around the terms. You know, it's funny because when I'm bullish on the market, they say I'm a perma bull. And then when I'm bearish on the market and they see my video for the first time, they think I'm a perma bear. I'm neither of those things, okay? If you've been watching my videos for many months, you know, going back to the January bottom here, I've been bullish this entire time, okay? I called the bounces here. I called the bounce here, all right? And I'm just not seeing the evidence for a bounce just yet, okay? So the market needs to prove itself some more until we can get all hands on deck for a bullish move higher. The other thing that I want to mention too is that, and I don't make trading decisions based off of news or anything like that. Price action only. But just an observation is that all of these bottoms that we saw right here, there was a lot of, well, first let me talk about the tops. At this top, a lot of negative news came out about the trade war that's going on. Okay, Trump was saying tariffs and we're not going to make a deal, yada yada yada. And then down here, he started coming out with Trump started coming out with positive news about the trade war. He says we're talking. The deal is going great. We're going to make a deal. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then he comes out over here, okay, with new tariffs, other stuff that's going on, negative, negative, negative. So I'm pointing that out because we haven't seen positive headlines yet about the trade war. Okay. So negative headlines came out here and here, and then positive headlines came out at this bottom here. We haven't seen those headlines yet. We haven't seen the price action. We haven't seen the headlines. Okay, we need to have either of those things. Price action is the most important thing, but we haven't even seen any kind of positive headlines about the trade war yet. So again, price action is what matters here. I'm not going to go long or short based off of a headline, but just kind of showing you observations that I've made about the market and what's been going on in recent history. So I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about it, any questions about the market or the chart or anything I discussed, please feel free to reach out to me. I love talking with traders from all different experience levels. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. So what are we looking at right now? What you're looking at is the real-time portfolio tracker here at thetradinganalyst.com. What this is it tracks all of our closed trades that we've alerted to members via text message. All of these entries and exits were alerted to members in real time via text message. And you can see that the wins far outnumber the losses. You can see in the last 12 months, the portfolio tracker has gained $305,000, just over $305,000 in just 12 months tracking all of these trades. All these trades are uploaded here, tracked to the portfolio tracker, and sent in real time to our paying clients. All these trades are options alerts. So if you trade options or if you're interested in trading options, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to actually make money in the market. Okay, a lot of people focus on education. We do have education. I do answer questions. I do make videos for members. But anybody can do that. Anybody can actually make videos and talk the talk. But can they actually walk the walk? And we actually talk the talk and walk the walk. So if you want money put into your pocket with these alerts, and you want to actually learn the process behind it, right, so that you can become a better trader, and even if you're not looking to become a better trader, you just want someone else to handle that stuff for you because you don't have enough time with work, etc., etc. Not everybody wants to become a better trader. And that's okay too, because these alerts will put money in your pocket. Or if you're looking to, a lot of clients come to me, they've got themselves into a hole, they're running through a string of losses, and they just want someone to get them out of that hole, then this is a great opportunity for you as well, because these alerts are profitable, and they are swing trade alerts, so you can do them from home, the office, on the go. This isn't a day trading service or anything like that. So you can participate in these alerts no matter what. So if you'd like to make money in the market consistently using options, then I highly suggest you get to know us better. Check out the website. Come to me with any questions that you might have, and then sign up and join. And I'd love to help you out and make you some money in the market. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you inside the membership.